Hey guys, Simon here from Simon Says Cycling. Today I'm going to talk about an incredible experience for any cyclist, and that's a trip to the Tour de France. You know, the Tour de France has been a massive passion of mine since the age of actually 15 years old. My grandfather took me to the final stage on the Champs-Élysées. He got tickets on the grandstands of the Champs-Élysées with 200 meters to go in the 1990 Tour de France. It was the last tour that Greg LeMond won, and I remember as a 15-year-old how excited I was to witness the tour in person. I remember Gianni Bugno, who's also one of my favorite riders, he was in a breakaway and he actually threw his water bottle and it landed in between the barriers, and I actually jumped the fence. You could even see it on the TV later. 15-year-old kid, I jumped the fence in between the barriers, picked up his water bottle, and kept that as a souvenir for many, many years. I can still remember it now. It was Coca-Cola bottle. That's what they were sponsored by in those days. And anyway, that was just an amazing experience. And that really sparked my dream, firstly, to be a professional cyclist and to race in the Tour de France. Unfortunately, I was stopped short in the best years of my career. I had 2 operations on my leg and I couldn't race for about 3-4 years. And that really stopped my dream of racing in the Tour de France. But for me, the next best thing was to take people like you to see the Tour de France. So about 10 years ago now, I started guiding trips at the Tour de France, bringing my clients over there. And a little over 7 or 8 years ago, I started my own bike touring company with my business partner, who's a top chef. And we created a company called Gourmet Cycling Travel. So every year we take people to the Tour de France. And I wanted to let you know a little bit more about it and invite you to come join us, possibly next year in 2017. What really sets us apart is that we're truly passionate about the experience. This really isn't a business for us. This is more a passion, and we go above and beyond to create a magical, magical experience. We also cater to the non-cyclists, which means, you know, when you're riding, when I'm taking you on an amazing ride, when we're riding Alpe d'Huez or Mont Ventoux or Col de Tourmalet, having the ride of our lives, you can be happy to know your wife is also having an amazing time with my business partner, Chef John. They're probably doing a cooking class, a mountain hike, a shopping excursion, and then later in the day we all meet up. Maybe we have a wine tasting together, and then we enjoy a gourmet dinner together. And that's a typical day at the Tour de France. When we're watching the race, this trip typically runs about 7 to 8 days, and about 4 of those days we're actually at the race. And there we share that experience together. So we ride the stage on race day, cheered on by Tour fans, riding through the masses just a few hours before the pros arrive. Is truly amazing. Just imagine Alpe d'Huez, you have all these crazy fans cheering you on, you have thousands of cyclists going up there. It's pretty amazing to do that on race day, and then enjoying a gourmet picnic prepared by Chef John, and then we all enjoy the race together. And seeing the race pass by is literally magical. It's like the Super Bowl or Olympics. The energy is just unbelievable. I mean, I've been going there so many years now. If you think 1990 was my first experience, been going ever since, and yet it never gets old. I mean, just the energy when you see those helicopters down below, right few miles down the mountain pass, you see these tiny little helicopters, and then you start to see them approach, and then you start to hear the cheering, and you see this noise, this wall of noise zigzagging towards you of people, and it gets louder and louder and louder, and then the helicopters start to arrive, and they literally rise up in front of you, and the next thing, this wall of sound, and all these cars come by, and all of a sudden you have Chris Froome, Contador, Quintana all racing each other, going for it right in front of you. You're inches away, cheering them on. You're immersed in this magical experience. The atmosphere is truly electric, and it's something that I'm truly passionate about. And I know if you join me at the tour, you're going to have the trip of a lifetime. So I wanted you guys just to learn a little bit more about our trip. We'll put a link on the video. We have just incredible thing to offer. We have top accommodation. We stay in some of the best places. We go to the best stages of the final week. In Paris, we have the most incredible viewing location. In Paris, you'll see some of the photos on the website where you see the Louvre on the left, you see the Eiffel Tower in the distance, and you see the last kilometer right in front of you. And we watch from that private balcony. We watch there for about 2 hours, the final stage. Then we go for a magical either dinner cruise on the Seine or we go to a fine restaurant in Paris. So check out the website and come join me at the Tour de France in 2017.